Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today I'm going to be talking about Global Technologies Limited, going with the ticker GTLL on the Pink Sheets OTC markets. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help this channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. And let's jump right into this one. So GTLL, there's a bit to cover on this one. It's an OTC. Just a quick thing here. I've broken this video into due diligence and then towards technical analysis. Make sure to subscribe. And then when we're talking about Global Technology Limited, one that comes to mind for this one is that it is heavily relying on acquisitions. So for instance, some of their wholly owned subsidiaries include Hemp, or HMN, and it was formed as a Delaware limited liability company back in July 2019. I'm just going to call it HMN. HMN operates as an online store selling a variety of hemp and CBD related products. The company's business model is to bridge the gap between the lifestyle and knowledge components within the cannabis industry. The company's goal is to educate every consumer while cultivating an experience by providing quality products, brand cutting edge content, and diversified products. Next, 911 Help Now LLC, I'll call it 911, and it was from also in Delaware, a limited company back in February 2018. 911 was a holding company of intellectual property in the safety and security space. At present, we own no intellectual property within our 911 subsidiary. In order to generate future revenue with 911, we will need to identify and either acquire or license intellectual properties. Next, Market on Main LLC, I'm going to call it MOM, and it was actually formed in Florida, not Delaware, back in April 2020. MOM is a full-service sales distribution third-party logistics provider and a portal to multi-channel sales opportunities. MOM's focus is on bringing small businesses and entrepreneurs to large opportunities and distributions. MOM will provide the following services to its client: inventory management, brand management, fulfillment, and drop ship capabilities, retail distribution, and customer service. MOM's website can be found, and it's given the link there. And then you have the TCBM Holdings. TCBM was formed in Delaware Limited Company back in August 2017, and it's a holding corporation which operates through its wholly owned subsidiary, HMN RTH, or HMN, and 911. Investments. Global Clean Solutions LLC. And this one was founded as a special purpose entity, personal protective equipment industry during the initial stages of the pandemic in 2020. Its management set out with a simple mission: deliver customers PPE while removing the panic from the pandemic. So that is a little bit on their about section. Moving on, this was back in September 23rd. Global Technologies Limited expands revenue stream through acquisitions and vendor approval. So Global Technologies Ltd, or OTC GTLL, a pink corporation a holding corporation which through its subsidiaries has operations engaged in online sales of CBD, hemp, and related products, the acquisition of intellectual property in the safety and security space, and as a portal for entrepreneurs to provide immediate access to live shipping or shopping, e-commerce, product placements in brick-and-mortar retail outlets, and logistics, and is pleased to announce that the company has taken steps to expand its revenue stream through an acquisition and vendor approval. And in September 3rd, 2020, what happened there is that they committed to bond by the amendment operating agreement to effect transfer of membership interest in order to facilitate the transfer of 25 membership units issued by Global Clean Solutions LLC and held the name of Graphene Holdings. The company's exchange to transfer units up to the company. The company issued a Graphene convertible promissory note up to the amount of $250,000, and that is due in March 3rd, 2021. And a big focus onto this one now is new acquisitions, but recently we did receive this lawsuit back, I believe, in February 2nd or 12th. I can't recall there. Actually, February 12th, my bad. And this lawsuit really goes on as the plaintiff GTL, or Global Technology Limited, GTLL, and it goes after Fortis, Wayfarer, and Flash. And just to kind of sum it up, it says here, they hereby file this complaint of declaratory relief against the defendants, and these are the defendants, and it alleges a bunch of things. Generally, what they're looking for here, and I've read it and I can go ahead and read it just in details, perhaps maybe a couple of things here. GTL is attempting to restructure its assets and liabilities in order to make a commercially viable entry. Going down a little into what they're looking for. Plaintiff is not seeking, I'm just going to zoom in here just in case you're on your phone, is not seeking monetary relief in this action, but rather a declaratory decree establishing that the transactions with the named defendants described in Exhibit A, the three I just told you, are void, cancelable, or erroneous. And all conditions preceded to this filing of this action has been complied with and met or otherwise waived. And that's basically all they're looking for. So it looks like they are really trying to restructure the business. They're trying to really try to fix up a couple of things they have. And this is one of the latest SEC filings that we get, is that information. Now, they did promise a bit more information regarding an acquisition that is happening here. Global Technology Industries and Gold Transactions International move forward with continuing due diligence. This news was actually put up on February 16th, a couple of days ago. And it says that the GTLL, or the company, a development stage company focused on acquiring new innovative technologies in diversified industries, and has successfully completed the first round of mutual due diligence with Gold Transactions International, and has commenced its review of GTL's operation, and its relationships with several private entities involved with them. Operations in foreign countries, including its gold refineries, storage facilities located in Dubai. GTI affiliates are registered members in Dubai Multi-Commodities Center, DMCC, and the headquarters is in Dubai. The DMCC is a Dubai government organization established in 2002 as a free trade zone to enhance commodity trade flow. Memberships in the DMCC allows GTI affiliates to transport, store, assay, and refine gold purchased in that part of the world. It also provides the necessary facilities to transfer, sell the refined gold to its consumers. The DMCC is the fastest growing trade zone in the world, employs 60,000 people, and is home of 18,000 registered companies, including many large, well-known U.S. corporations, and represents 180 other countries around the world. And this one here, the expected closing date of the final binding acquisition agreement, defending the term of the acquisition of GTI by GTLL, including an assessment of its assets and operations going forward, is still anticipated to be completed by February 20th, 2021. So we got 10 days there, and then the next thing is looking into their financials. It looks like they're up to date all the way up to December, and so they're not behind on their paperwork. And now we're going to move on towards technical analysis. Before doing so, make sure to please subscribe. It helps my channel a lot. If you'd like to join our free Discord, feel free to do so. It's in the description below. There's no pumping. It's free. It's just for our chat room there. And interesting things are happening here on the OTC level for the trading action zones and technical analysis. And I'll explain as we go. So here on the ADX, we're seeing a bit of a pullback, and that's normal. William Percent R is actually showing it's a bit on neutral. It's not really oversold. The interesting thing here is the MACD is showing that it's attempting a negative reversal, and that's a dangerous thing because it's actually going on towards the negative direction, and that's where you start seeing a negative trend if it goes negative. But you see the trading action zone, the 10 SMA and the 30 MA, that green line and the red line, that's called the trading action zone. That is where positive reversals are likely, and you get to see it's still within there, and it escapes it around 0.021. Currently, that trading action zone is between 0.021 and 0.012. And it's still bullish within this one, and you can expect for it to kind of bounce up. Now, the critical level on the one-day perspective, I would say, is somewhere around 0.01. The 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA, and that is bullish. Now, we need to look a little bit into a 2-hour perspective. What is happening? Ignore the after hours and extended hours. There's no extended hours here. It's just a little bit of glitches. But you get to see that the price point is officially bullish on the 2-hour perspective and all throughout. That wasn't the case for the last 48 hours or so. And you get to see that bearish trading action zone is going on in the negative direction. It's almost flipped back from the 1 day, but it escaped there and things are looking good. You need to look at it to stay above the 0.019 or at least hold there. On the MACD, you're seeing a really nice attempt for a positive reversal in this case. And it looks like that 2-hour movement has a bit more momentum, is going on positive momentum than it did in the 1-day. So it looks like things are looking good on the 2-hour perspective, bullish, rather than the 1-day perspective that gives you a bit of warning but still optimistic. The trading action zone, where you the moving average band where you can expect it to trade within, is 0.015, 0.014 in the middle, and 0.013 in the bottom. Volumes have been steady in this case. And you get to see this is the first green candle, and this is called a bullish kicker. And you get to see, well, is it going to still hold? The stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both showing a little bit of different things going on. In the stochastic fast is saying, hey, there is a big potential here for it to move forward. The stochastic slow is telling you, hey, be careful, you might actually see another pullback. And so for this, we need to look a little bit further into some Fibonacci retracements, followed by supports and resistances to get a bit of an understanding on where can we start freaking out. So significant support on Fibonacci retracement sits at 0.014, and then above there, 0.018. So with two supports currently that are right underneath it, 0.018 and 0.014. And then, of course, there's the one at 0.009. That's on the Fibonacci retracements. We'll go through the normal price line actions. Resistances, 0.022, 0.028, and 0.036. Now we can go ahead and start drawing some price line actions. The first support that you can really put an eye on is that at the 0.018 section, and then 0.016, and then the 0.014. There's one that is really, really important to me. It's the 0.01. That is a historical support, previously a very hard resistance to break, and once it broke it, it really flew. And my fear, if it breaks from the bottom, we might actually be in a bit of trouble there. Now, in terms of resistances, the significant resistance I would like to see you break is at the 0.023 section. That is a very strong resistance, or just a tad below there. And then the next one you're looking at is the 0.028, and then up towards the 0.03. And then from there on, you're probably looking at 0.034 or 0.036. You get to see the resistances are far further distributed apart than it is for the supports. And it comes to the question to, all right, what trends are you seeing here? What is playing through? Now, we can go ahead and start saying, well, okay, we have this trend here, and this kind of broke down a little, or we can just put it around here and say, well, it still hasn't been broken yet. You have 3 touching points, 1, 2, 3, so it's still fine. And you can say, well, okay, you're going on towards a -1 here, and you're looking forward to break that top, and if it does, you can see higher. Sure, these are all valid things, and you can also say, well, this is actually an inverted cup, but this is a handle, and it might drop back. So for this case, patterns, I'm not sure how it's going to play through. There's more bullish patterns than bearish patterns. I would say 2 bullish, the ascending triangle, the trend line here that is ascending, and then you got the downtrend line. If it does actually break that, you'll see still bullish, and then you got your upside cup, which is bearish. So 2 bullish, 1 bearish. Overall, from my experience with OTCs, is that these things don't die right away. You might actually see another break, another push, and it's all about volume. So far, it looks like interest is still there within the volume. It's been stable. So things are looking okay. And if there's any news coming up related towards the merger on February 28th, I would probably expect maybe February 22nd, February 23rd, you can either see another push coming up, and for all you know, it might actually skyrocket tomorrow. And this is the volatility with OTCs. That's why I don't prefer playing OTCs in a large capital, but it can either go it can go wrong, or you can get really rich off it. Either ways, it can take literally a couple of days for that to happen. Now for today, we went from 0.011 to 0.022. And that is a 100% increase, and you can expect that type of volatility to remain. Overall, more bullish than bearish. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. You have a wonderful day.